Hey folks, it's Rithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Broadacres, the Unrealistic series on the massive Australian 16 times map. So, today we are continuing on with various harvesting and planting. You can see we've got all of our 10 workers working away diligently at the various different tasks. We've got the big bud right here planting carrots here in this field, in the enormous Great Big Field 14. And then if we have a quick look up through here, we have got 3 old Russell Mash combines making a start on the corn harvest here in field 5. They are still on their first round around the outside. And what they're going to do is, once they've done one round around the outside, we're then going to put them to standard hired help, and we're going to move east to west, west to east, sideways across the field, and I'm hoping that that's going to sort of eliminate some of the glitching that we're getting, although it does seem to occur more when we flick between machines on the map, according to someone that was watching very closely last week and sort of played it back through a few times, and they think that that is what was causing a lot of the issues. So we've got these 3 that are working away in here. Then we've got, there's our hurleyman down there ready for spreading straw as and when it's needed. We've got the New Holland T9 is planting millet here in field 18. Just working up and down. We've done a couple passes on each end, and now we're starting on the main land work in this field, so that will keep it busy for a while. And then we've got these 4 tractors working away here in this field in here. So that one's just going to... This one here is just coming up to turn round, the Field Anaconda Challenger. And then we've got the big John Deere here, the 9630. We've got the New Holland T9 Smart Tracks here. And we've got a very old Schluter Profi Track 5000 working here. So we've got 5 tractors on 5 great big seed drills, all planting these fields. Now then, my question for this week. We are planning to move all the way up. That is glitching very badly now that I've... Oh, no, it's because it was loading in the map. We're planning on getting 25,000 pigs on this map before we really start to look at anything else. So we're going to concentrate on getting these pig numbers up to 25,000. So before we do that, we're going to get all of the food available and start putting into the 5,000 that we've got. We're up to 5,800 now. And then when we've done that, then we're going to start really pushing up the numbers, which means that we're going to start getting things ready. So to start with, we're going to be planting more barley. I decided to go for barley rather than wheat, and so we're going to either plant it in field 13 or field 9. Very simple question this week. Do you want me to plant the barley in field 9, or do you want me to plant the barley over here in field 13? It's your vote, it's your game. Head into the comment section down below, let us know which one you want and why, and of course don't forget to actually cast your vote in the top right hand corner. We will also, when the millet has grown, we will be testing whether or not we can put the millet in for the pigs or not. Be an interesting little exercise to find out if we can. Now, I did say that I would have ready for today a mod. I would change one of the small, like Metaltech type trailers, and I would use them on these combines over here. Now, I did actually take a look at turning one of Giant's own vehicles into a mod. Just take the file out of there. I went into the main game folders, and I took it out, and I had a little look, and there's another file that I've got to make and put in, and I try copying another one. So I've had a little play around with it. I need to find a tutorial on how to extract Giant's own vehicles and turn them into a separate mod that I can then modify, because that's what I'd like to do for a few of the different things. I'd like to be able to try and do that, and it will also help me troubleshooting, trying to figure out how I can get this cotton to bale up, although I'm fast losing hope on that one. But anyway, I wasn't able to do it. It's not showing up in the game at the moment, so I need to go and find a tutorial. Rather than guessing my way through it, I'm going to find a tutorial that will show me how to do it, and I will see if I can have that ready for next week. But I decided not to go for a different one and change out, because there is a little thing that somebody has been suggesting. Actually, I've had several different people suggesting this now. Something that they would like me to try, and that is to set up a belt train. We've never done that, and this is something that people do like to occasionally play around with. Get a belt train, get it set up, a long belt train. And I thought, well, why not? I can think of no reason why we shouldn't have a belt train. So really what we want is we want one of those in the field in the end. So I'm going to get one of those there, and this one here you can change it to any color. Now the one thing I don't like about these is this one I can change to any color. So I've got that one there as a nice bright yellow. The other ones you can't change the color, and that's really disappointing to me. I'd like to be able to change the color on these as well. So I think we're going to need 1 or 2 of these. By 1 or 2 I mean we're probably going to need about 500 of them. So I'm just going to start off with, 10 or so, maybe 20. We're going to get a whole load of them. So this is what I'm doing today in this episode. I'm going to get these. I'll jump into each one. I'm hoping that we can teleport them down just as they are, rather than having to get a tractor and hitch onto them. I think we can, because you can drive them themselves. So because you can climb into them, it means that we should be able to teleport them down through. So there's a whole load of them. And there we go. Let me get 2 more. Just want 2 more. 1 more. That'll do. Right, okay. So, we've got these conveyors. Now, do I actually go to the... You can see all these conveyors lined up here. And if I go to the different machines, do I actually go into them? I don't. I go through all of these machines like this, but I don't actually go into them. So, what we're going to do then is we have to climb out and we have to go over, and there we got them all lined up. There's hundreds of them. I'm hoping that we can teleport into these, because if we can't, it's going to kind of mess with our plans. So I can jump into this one like this. It's the Lizard S... Oh, I see. This one's Lizard, whereas the other ones are all Grim. And that's why you've got that. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to go F11. Yes, it will let me teleport. That is excellent. So I need to put that right down in the bottom corner. And we want a line of these to go all the way along here, down next to the pigs, and then we want to come up here and put it into the pigs paddock down there. This is not going to be our easiest task that we've ever done, not by a long way, and that was a pretty good guess to get it right into place down there. We're probably going to be glad of the use of a tractor. We are definitely going to be glad of the use of a tractor. So if I just bring this one back over here, the only downside to doing this is I can't tab into the other machines. So I can bring this one over here like this, but I can't tab into the other one. So I'm going to actually bring this one right down here into the corner. Let me get rid of the map a minute. And if I bring this one into the corner, I'm hoping that what I can do is I can put this one kind of like this, and then the other one will be able to go over the top. Now, this is the one bit that I'm not sure about when we get another one down here. So there's that bit. And we go to trains. Just wondering what would be the easiest way to be able to quickly tab back up to here. I can get into this one, and then go like that. I can jump into here. But yeah, you don't tab into the conveyor belts, which is it is going to slow us down a little bit. So let me just make the map bigger, and then we take this one. So we want to drop this one down here near that one, but not right on top of it. If I do it right dead center of that, it'll go on top of it, so I don't want to do that. I want to try and get that. I can't zoom in on the map either, so that makes it a little bit more tricky. But I'm hoping. Yes, excellent. So we have a... Celebrate your successes. That's what you should do. That is something you should do. You should always celebrate your successes. We had a success, so we can celebrate it. And it's not big-headed or anything like that. To celebrate a success, it's perfectly acceptable. Right, I'm just going to stop there a second, and I want to move this one. I want to extend it out as far as it will go. That's going to be the first thing that we do. That's the full extension that this one will allow. That lifts it up and it lowers it down. And then you've got this, which moves it out to the side. And then you've got the actual driving, which does it like this. So I'm hoping that this one will actually be able to fasten onto that one over there. But I don't know how it's going to do this. I would guess, actually, if we can bring this one back over there... That's going to be a lot of conveyor belts. I honestly don't know if we're going to be able to do this or not. It might be asking a little bit much of this game to get this to work. I don't think it's going to go... it's not going to go through that corner, and I don't think it's going to go through that fence either. So, in order to get it over the fence, I think the first thing that we're going to need to do is we're going to have to get one of those other conveyor belts, and that one's going to have to drop down here on this corner, and that's going to be like the first bit that we'll do. So, I'll bring that one back over there, and then we'll go... Right, if I'm going that way, I've got like... That's just not too many that I've got to jump through. And we go into the belt system here. We want one of these here. Now, that one there, loading this machine with potatoes or sugar beet will create 90 packaged pallets. Alternatively, it can load conveyor belts with sugar beet or potatoes. You can start the conveyor belts in there, but it's only those two. So that one's out of the question. We've just got this one over here. This one will take everything. So we'll get that one there, and we'll buy it. Yes, okay. Back out of there. And I'll jump out. I'm going to just put me down to 1x speed, because otherwise it's... Nope, I don't want to do that. I want to go over this side of it. And then I can jump into this one. And we can teleport this one down. So I want to get this one right in between the two. Then get it in the right place. Excellent. Another success. I've been watching just lately a guy... You know, I honestly can't remember his name now. Mike, I think it's Mike Boyd. I want to say Mike Boyd, but I could be wrong on that. But anyway, basically what the guy does is he takes a skill and he learns it as quickly as he can. And it's absolutely fascinating, these skills that he has been learning and the things that he's been doing. It's absolutely brilliant the way that he does it. And, you know, he dedicates himself to learning. It's simple things like master Rubik's Cube, learn to do a 5x5x5 Rubik's Cube in under 10 minutes. Learn to ride a unicycle, learn to spin a basketball on his fingertip for 30 seconds continuously, and you know, things like that. And it's quite a fascinating experience watching his videos and seeing him go through this process of learning things. And he's very passionate about it. He's very, very passionate. It's always interesting watching someone who's passionate about what they're doing, and it always sort of appeals to me, someone who's really, really passionate about what they're doing, because they tend to they tend to do things that people who are not quite so passionate about it wouldn't necessarily do. And so he's very passionate about learning, and so he does everything he can to like improve his learning and improve the experience for himself and improve the experience for people who are watching. And it's absolutely brilliant. So I really strongly recommend that you watch this guy and you watch what he has to do and what he has to say. It is really, really interesting. Let's start this one and move. I'm just going to move this one over here so it's out the way a minute, and then we're going to go and get back into the other conveyor belt, and we're going to back that one up so that it is in the right place. And if I could learn how to extract some of this stuff and just make them as separate mods, I could actually get these and I could make them faster. Just so that they got a road speed. That's one thing that I think I could do to this mod. I don't know about anything else that I could do to it, but I'm pretty certain that I could make it faster. So that one there, I can't really go very much lower than that. I want to put it about there, I think, and then just turn it off so that it's not going to drive anywhere. And then I want to come back over to this one, and this one we're going to put so that it is over the top of that first conveyor belt there. Like that, so that it is in place. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the combines come down here, and they're going to manually tip on top of this here. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to just put that forward a bit, and I'm going to lower the hitch there so it's in the right place, like that. And I lift it up just a bit. You've got to get that in just the right spot there. So then I'll switch that one off and I'll leave it in a folded position, so anything we tip in front of it will go into it. And then you go on to this one, and then you can fasten that one on there. And that is now locked on. So with both of them fastened together, they're less likely to sort of move around and pivot and cause problems. At least I think that's the case. I hope that's the case. Okay, so there's that bit done. And then we can come over here into this conveyor belt, and we can get this one lined up so that it is underneath that other conveyor belt up there. This is going to be probably the trickiest part of this whole snake of belts that we want to do. And I'm going to bring that back over here. We may end up, this may end up sort of not really working very well at all, especially because of things like this. See, if I put that there, I can then just kind of move it. I'm going to switch it off. I can slide it round, and I can move this one from side to side. So it should be able to be in a position where it will pick up the conveyor belt that's there without causing us any problems. So that's that bit done. Next up, we need to go, we'll just check on these combines. That one's there. Where's my combine? So we've got that one there. And then, oh, this one's now started just going along the top of the field. And I'm hoping that these three, I think actually those three are not quite enough. So we'll let that one carry on doing combining, and we'll let it sort of do another pass around the field, and we won't worry about it. So let me go back through here so that I go to our Fiat, and then I need to start going into these conveyor belts, and we're going to start moving them down. Now this is going to be the tricky bit. We need to start spreading these out. We've got to put a line of them all the way along here. I have no idea how many this is going to be. We may end up sort of giving up on this part way along. What we might do is we might sort of go part way on this and then say, you know what, we've made a good effort of this. We've got a really good train of conveyor belts, but we can't really expect to do any more than this. So we're going to stop now, and we're going to pile it up on the floor, and or you know, maybe just load it into trailers from the conveyor belts there. Something like that. Maybe, I don't really know. I haven't really decided yet. This is completely new to me. I've never tried to do something like this before. So I'm going to bring that one up. Now, what I'm hoping is that one will go underneath. So that one's got to be low, and then that one I want to lift up as high as it will go. And I need to remember to do that on each of them, so that that will pass underneath there like that, and then I can bring it along and just move it sideways a little bit so it'll go there and attach. Right, that's actually moved it. I didn't really want it to do that. I didn't want it to move it too much. If I unhitch it, yeah, see, it's moving it in the wrong direction. I don't want it to do that. So if I... No, I don't want to move that one. I want to move that one there. Let me just have a look. Which way round does it work? That's got to... Actually, it's got to come forward a bit. That's as far as it will go forward. Yeah, see, now the problem is that's sort of jumped into the wrong place. That's as far out as it will go. And if I press the button there, it does join together, but they're kind of forcing each other into the wrong place by the look of it. It's not. It doesn't seem to sort of fit one with the other very well. There's one more thing that we can try on this, and this is literally like our test run here to see if we can make these all work properly. If I lift the... Right, the front legs there, lifting up, they make a bit of a difference, and then I'll lift the back legs. Lifting the back legs there, that doesn't seem to make any difference, and lowering the front ones all the way down. Lift the back legs a bit. It doesn't seem to help, does it? I don't seem to be doing myself, it's sort of helping with getting it all positioned properly. And then if I go into here and I need to press G to undo it. That's actually pretty close now. If I come forward a little bit, there, like that. Right, the back one can stay kind of in that position, and then this one here, I can lift that up, and yeah, see, the way that I'm sort of lifting that one up and down, it doesn't really feel right. We've got it at full extension, and then I want to lift up those wheels so it sort of goes to about that position. And then if I join it now, let's just watch very closely what happens to the actual conveyor belt at the front. Join that on there. That's actually pretty good. That's pretty close. So I think really now our issue is this one at the back. Nope, it's not the one at the back. Whoa. Okay, that's really going a bit strange. And it's all... You know, I think that what we'll do is we won't actually join them together. I think it'd be better if we refrain from joining them together. We just have to hope that they don't drift at all. We will find out probably when we come to do the next episode. We'll see if they've drifted very much or if they kind of stayed in the same place. That's the first one. So we've done 2 passes along the top. And we're about to start a second pass down that side. Yeah, we'll let them carry on and do 2 rounds around the field. I think it's going to give us enough room then, because I'm a bit concerned that that's not quite enough room. They'll start getting hung up on the fence, and it's going to be more difficult to correct that later on. So let me go through all of these. These are doing fine. No issues there. This combine is also doing an absolutely brilliant job. 137,000 litres of wheat in there so far. This is the one that I want. I want the Fiat. So we come up through here, and I press E to get into one of these, and then we go and press F11. So yes, the idea is that we're not going to put them in the field. So I need to do that again. And it's a shame you can't zoom in on the map with this. I mean, this teleport mod is absolutely brilliant. We're gonna be doing this quite a bit, I think. It's very, very sensitive. There we go. It's very, very sensitive about where it is on the thingy here on the map. So I want to do that. There we go. Push you out like that. So I don't want to go too far. I just want to bring it up the road a little bit, and then that can just sort of wiggle backwards and forwards and get it into place. So what I'll do is I'll bring the front ones down as low as they'll go, and then like that. And then the back one will go up as high as it can go, like that. And I'll bring it forward, and that one is in place. I'm not going to try joining these together, because I think it's going to end up causing more problems than it's worth. Because you look at kind of where that one is trying to join on there. I can lift that one up, but they don't seem to connect very easily. Bring that forward. Nope, it's got to go back a little bit. Yeah, and if I do that, move that sideways a bit there. Actually, I am wondering, if I do this on all of them, is it going to like make them all flip over? So that one goes on there, and then this one is now trying to kind of move. But if I go back up this end and I jump into that one, then I can move that one like that, and I can join that one on. You know what? Maybe it would actually be better if we did this. We'll join them all together. I'm hoping this is going to work. We'll see. We'll wait and see. The verdict is going to stay out on this. So we want to quickly flick through our machinery until we get back to that one, and we go for another conveyor belt. 9, F11, and then we jump back down here yet again. So we want to get it fairly close and not in the field. This is going to be the bit every time is we're going to get it into the field, because just like a pixel's width, and it goes the other side of the road. This is going to... Nope, still not there. And a pixel's width. There we go. I'm slowly getting this. I am slowly getting the hang of this. So I want to move that one out like that, and I want to start it up at the same time and start moving forward so we can lock this one in position again. That one, we want to lift the back up as high as it will go, and then the front... Oh no, the back is like that, and then the front is the right mouse button. So I can bring that one over there like that, and I just want to line it up roughly there, and then lift it a little bit. So we do lift it up a little bit on the front there, and press Q, and that one will join in. So we've got... Our line is getting longer. Our line is definitely getting longer. So let's go back through our machinery again, and back into the Fiat, and then we come over here, and we get the next one. So if I go up like that, and then I can teleport this one down. Eventually, I might even get this first time onto the actual road. So I want to go down just to... That's probably too much. Yep, that was too much. Nope. This is brilliant. It's so sensitive. Because the map is so absolutely enormous, it's very, very sensitive about where it's dropping these things. But fortunately for us, it is at least dropping them the right way. We do have them sort of going in a useful direction, facing in a useful direction. So let me bring this one down, and that's fairly close there. See, I could just join it on now. Let me see what happens if I do that. Yeah, it keeps this one flat on the ground, and it tries to sort of force the other ones. So if I actually, I don't know which one I need to be on. I don't know if I'm at the back or if I'm at the front when I do this. I think I'm at the back. Nope. I'm going to go to there. Yeah. No, I don't. I don't even know where I am. Connect that. That's the one at the front. And then I want to move to that one. No, so I want to move to this one. To that one. And undo. Right, so I've undone that one. So yeah, I do need to lift this one up. I can move the back up as high as it will go. And then I want to move the front up quite a bit, like that. And then I want to connect it in. There's my timer going off. We've still got time to play around a little bit longer. Yeah, we're going to keep trying it like this. I'm going to put the back as high as it will go, and then the front sort of bring it up to meet it, because I'm hoping that that is going to sort of reach a point where it's going to be okay, because otherwise we're going to end up with this issue where they're all at different heights, and it's going to become a lot more difficult to get them all exactly right. Although, to be honest, I am absolutely guessing at this, because I've never done this before. I have seen the odd video of people doing a really long line of these, and I imagine it must take hours to set it up. And so that's why I'm not sure if we're actually going to be able to do this. There's our combines coming down. Well, I see one of them anyway. There's a combine coming down. Let me just move this one in. I want to actually move it back towards them a little bit, and ooh, very nice. We got it on the second try. We're really improving now. So let's start that one up and slide the conveyor all out to full extension. There we go. Like that. And then I want to put the front wheels that I want to move. I want to put the back of the conveyor up as high as it will go. And then we bring this one up and just kind of keep it in line as we bring it forward. So once we've sort of brought it forward in roughly the right place, then I can see about lifting it. Move it back a little bit. There, I think, is about right. Yeah, that seems pretty good. So now if I join this one on, we'll see how much it makes everything else move. Yeah, see, it does move. It does sort of catapult them around a little bit, but at the moment they're all kind of staying in place. And this is what I'm counting on. This is what I'm hoping and praying every time I push this button, is that they will all stay in the right place, and it won't all go horribly wrong after we get like several more of them. They're not going to like catapult them off into the sky somewhere. That's my growing fear now. So I bring that one down there, and I go there. Ooh, that was a good shot. I mean, yes, we're a little way away from it, but that's not too bad, really. I can just extend that one out, and we can come down through. So we've gone past 3 of the trees. Let's not look that way. Let's look this way. Let's look at what we've done rather than what we've still got to do. I honestly think that this is going to take far too long to sort of do this properly. But, I mean, at least we are kind of doing a bit of a conveyor train. I want to get the conveyors that we've got here, extend those out at least. It's just the speed setting these things up. If there was like a much longer conveyor or something like that, or an easy way to move them and set them into place, that would help the situation, I guess. Right, so I want to lift that one up a little bit. I want to just lift the back right up as high as it will go. Bring that forward. There, and lift that up to about there, I think. It's just kind of touching the bottom of the conveyor when I do it. So then I join it in, and it does pole vault these around a little bit. If we move up through here, you can see that is really that is actually supposed to be joined together, and it does look like it's really broken. My concern is, yeah, we've got several of these that are looking like that, but they're there, and they are, according to the game, they're locked in place. So my concern is obviously once I exit the game and I load it back in again, all of this is going to be broken, and that's not really a good thing. I don't really want that to happen. One thing I will do is if I jump into here in the one in the middle, I could actually try lowering some of these down. Can I do that? Oh, I see. It's I've actually got to have it selected, and I've no idea which one it is to select it, so that's going to make life even more difficult. So let's quickly go back through. We'll grab another one, and we'll put that one on. Come on, where did my... I've gone past it, haven't I? I've gone past my... There's my Fiat. I need that one there, and then we can come over and we can grab this next one here. Make that one bigger, and then we go to F11, and we jump down here once again about there. Oh, wrong side again. Let's try that again. So I need to just come down a tiny... I think that's probably too much. Let's try that. Ooh, nice shot. And it is really, really difficult to get these lined up properly. You've got to get it absolutely spot on. There is no margin for error trying to teleport stuff around on this map. If you want to get the teleport destination to be on one of the roads, you've definitely got to be extremely accurate with it. Let me bring that forward there. I'm not really worried about all the engines being on these. I don't think it's going to make any difference whatsoever to it. So bring that one into there and load you on as well. And that's kind of jumped them around a little bit. It's okay. We'll see. Once I'm going to... Sometimes I record episodes back to back. I am actually recording today and tomorrow's episode back to back. But I'm going to save and exit the game and then come back into it between this one and the next one, so we can see if this is going to mess it up or not. We're not doing it just yet. I'm going to add in a couple more before we stop. How are we doing with the combines here? That one is... He's still got another side to go before he's done 2 complete rounds. We might actually stop those combines in a minute and start them... No, we don't want to do that, do we? Right, why are you jerking and shuddering around? Seems a bit peculiar. And that one... Oh, it was because this one was turning, I think. Might have been, I'm not sure. There we go, that's the one that I want. So we go over and we grab our next Grim TC8016. And we teleport down here. Look, see, you can see how far we've come now. We're really going for it now. Bring that one over there. And I'm in the right place. I'm just a long way from where I wanted to be. So let me start that one up and start moving it forward. And then you've got to spread that one all the way out as far as it will go. I'm wondering if maybe the other ones would be a little bit better. I don't think they would. I don't think they would make much difference. So that is actually... Because this map is so big, you've literally, when you move the mouse pointer down 1 pixel, it goes to the dead center of this road. 1 pixel further south again, and it puts it in that field. That's why I've not made any changes whatsoever. I'm literally just moving straight forward. I haven't turned the wheel or anything, and it's lining up exactly with the other conveyor belt. That is how sensitive we've got to be with our movement and so on around the map. Let's bring that forward a little bit. There, that's in the right place there. And then I want to lift up the back, and then I can join this next one in. That'll catapult them up. But they are all catapulting into almost exactly the same spot, which is pretty good, I'd say. I'm going to take that as a good sign. Take that as promise that things are going well. Would you like me to continue this on next week? I'm probably... Well, I was actually thinking that we would use all of these conveyors that I've bought. We're not going to do very much more today, but we will continue this on tomorrow. I'd like to do some more of this. This is something that I've been asked for a lot over quite a long time. And a lot of people have been asking me for this for several months now, in Texas one and in this one as well. So for that reason, I'd like to do another episode of joining conveyor belts together, just to sort of see how far we can get with it. And then once we've done one more episode... I will then... no, I don't want to move that sideways. I'm going to leave that one right where he is, and I'm going to bring that one out like that. Yeah, once I've done one more episode of this, I would then like to... Well, nearly an episode. We'll put a load more of them in. But I would then like to test out these conveyor belts and see how well it's going to work. I know that like I said, people have done this before. They've done these huge, great big long lines of these, and it does look very, very cool. I have seen some very spectacular pictures of this and videos and that of a really, really long conveyor line. I've no idea how long it would take to completely set it up, though. That one has, yeah, it's just done pretty much the same as all the others have done. So let me go back through. Right, the combine has, oh no. Yeah, that one's still going up through there. That's okay. And we come up through these. That combine is doing great. Anyway, I got to stop ignoring. I got to stop being distracted by the combines, because we do want to do these. So let's just get into this one. My weekly question for this week: we got those 2 massive fields down the bottom of the map. Field 13 and then field 9. We got field 13 on this side over here, and we got field 9 down over here. Which one would you like me to plant with barley as soon as we've got some seed drills available? Would you like me to plant field 13 with barley, or would you like me to plant field 9 with barley? We need lots and lots of barley ready for our pigs. So it's your vote. It's your game. Head into the comment section down below. Let us know which one you want and why. And of course, don't forget to actually cast your vote in the top right-hand corner. And we're going to get one more of these. I'm going to get this one hooked on, and I'll get one more of them teleported down here for this episode, and then we will call it quits. So let me just lift that one up into position. I want to put that one right up as well. Lower you down a bit. Bring it forward and hook it on. There we go. Excellent. Right, that does seem to have worked. Yep. Go through there. No, that one. Right. Yeah, so if you enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. Just make that one a little bit bigger, and we'll bring in one more TC8016 down to here. I think I'll go up a little bit. Nope. Not quite. Oops, wrong button. Down a bit. Nope, down too far. There. Okay, last one here. And start extending that one out. I will get the rest of them in tomorrow. And then we are going to take a combine and we're going to empty it out down the end of there. There's no way that we're going to be able to run all the way over to the pigs, or at least not anytime soon, because it's going to take way too long to do this. It is just literally going to take hours and hours and hours to prepare this, and unfortunately I don't have that much time available to dedicate to doing something like this. So this is one thing that we're not going to actually be able to do to absolute completion. Just bring that one up there and hook that one on. So we've got another one in place, and now we have this line. So I'm just going to run alongside them. And yeah, until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.